will hold another public meeting to address safety concerns riders and drivers have while on CATS bus. The hope is to get new recommendations on how to build a more reliable and safe bus system around Charlotte. It comes just a month after CATS driver Ethan Rivera was shot and killed while on the job during a road rage incident. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane now live for us in South End this morning. And Richard, just yesterday we saw and we spoke about how there were members of the Republican Party running for office here at City Council, and they proposed a bulletproof partition, but it was clear that they hadn't really run this through CATS. CATS has not signed off on this, so it's not quite as easy as some hoped it would be.
Yeah, they say that, Ben. Good morning to you. Good Tuesday morning, everyone. CATS, for its part, says that this bulletproof partition that was introduced by those members of the Republican slate is something that they haven't heard about yet. They say they've been looking into some. They say not so fast as far as introducing something like that, because they say their manufacturers say there's a lot of specifications as far as getting them on buses. But as far as those Republican leaders, they say they wanted to put their words and actions, their actions, I should say, where their words are.
If our transit workers are afraid to and feel unsafe operating a bus or a light rail, think of how the woman who gets on the bus as a rider at 9 o'clock at night feels.
The Republican slate for the Charlotte City Council presented one solution CATS operators have had even before the shooting death of Ethan Rivera: more protection.
Your safety is first priority, and us figuring out how that doesn't ever happen again is a close second.
Since Rivera's death, operators have demanded safety changes, like more security on buses, a panic button in case of emergencies, and a bulletproof barrier. Members of the Republican slate showed off their prototype Monday, built by a group of local businesses, saying it took a week from start of the idea to the finished product, which should provide more comfort for operators. CATS says they're not aware of the efforts of the group, but add that they have been in talks with their primary bus manufacturer about bulletproof enclosures for a few weeks, but no options are available right now. Bokhari says there is at least one viable option, which he plans to show to the agency soon.
Jump into action and build and execute and do just like a startup does. Within 1 week, we said, all right, what are the ideas in our stand-up brainstorm? What can we do to act?
And they say that's just what they've done for its parts. Again, CATS says that basically they are looking at the ability of getting those partitions into buses and the feasibility, like with the weights and the dimensions and things of that nature. OSHA and a lot of other people have to sign off on this idea once CATS implements it, or says it plans to implement it, which is something they have not said they have done yet. Now, about those ride and share locations where you can go all throughout the city starting today, folks will have their chance to give input as to what they want to see on those CATS buses, including safety measures, if you will. Now, you don't have to necessarily ride on a bus. You can also do so by going to CATS website and doing its virtual poll. We're here in the South End. Richard Devane for Wake Up Charlotte.
All right, Richard, thank you.
Turning to the crisis in